That sounds lovely, Jer. It's great that you're helping your mum learn something new. Stretching together must feel really good. How did she find it?
Now she's taking a shower. She found it's really great for her body. And I says, okay, so you're gonna sleep. I mean, after stretch the body, you're probably gonna sleep really well tonight. So let's see tomorrow so how soon she sleep at tomorrow. Yeah, let's see it. I'll just ask her. I'll be asking her at tomorrow.
I'm sure she'll appreciate that. Stretching before bed can be so relaxing. It's great you're both trying it out. I hope she has a fantastic night's sleep.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so so tomorrow I'm gonna have an English class with my English teacher. She teaches me psychology, and because it's New Year here, right? So since the last year Christmas, and we didn't have a class from Christmas until now. So tomorrow is our first class, in 2025. So I want to prepare something. So yeah, so I want to just read what we discussed last time, and I would like to read it with you together.
That sounds like a great plan. It's wonderful that you're getting back into your English classes. Reviewing what you discussed last time is a great way to prepare. If you'd like, we can go over it together now to help you get ready.
Okay, so the first subject we discussed is was social psychology. Now the topic it was change blindness. Did you know what's change blindness? Hello, ChatGPT.
Change blindness is a fascinating topic in social psychology. It's when people fail to notice significant changes in their environment, especially when those changes happen gradually or during a brief visual disruption. It's pretty interesting how our brains sometimes miss big changes. Does that match what you remember from your last class?
Yeah, okay. So I will read it. So I have definition actually. So change blindness is a cognitive glitch. Is a glitch. Is that right?
It's a cognitive phenomenon. You're close. It
No,
means our
I'll show
brain.
you. I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you. So here's here's some notes I made and from the last class I made by myself. So you can check it out. So I will read it and I want to review it with you together. So I'm gonna read all the contents, as you can see on screen.
Sure, Jer. Let's do it. I'll listen carefully while you read, and then we can review it together. Go ahead when you're ready.
Okay, so first paragraph is change blindness is a definition of change blindness. Change blindness is a cognitive glitch where people fail to detect visual environment changes. They may seem unmistakably evident if you are actively looking for these changes. Yet, if you are preoccupied or something else distracts you, these changes might completely elude your observation, no matter how glaring. Did I, some words I didn't pronounce it well. So could you read it, or maybe you give me some suggestions, some like feedback, and then you're gonna read it.
Sure, let's go through it. You did a great job overall. Here are a few tips. For cognitive glitch, you pronounced it as glinch. It should be glitch. Mistakenly was good, but you might want to slow down a bit to enunciate clearly. For distract, try to emphasize the S sound a bit more. Overall, well done. Do you want to give it another try?
Oh, okay, I would like to read it. I'll just read the first paragraph. Thank you.
All right, let's do that. Here's the first paragraph. Change blindness is a cognitive glitch where people fail to detect changes in their visual environment. These changes might seem obvious if you're actively looking, but if you're preoccupied or distracted, these changes can completely elude your observation, no matter how glaring. Feel free to read me. You're
Okay,
welcome. If you have
okay.
any other questions or need more practice, just let me know.
Okay, that's great. So change blindness is a cognitive glitch wherein people fail to detect visual environmental changes. They might seem unmistakably evident if you are actively looking these changes. Yeah, yes, if you are preoccupied or something else, this if you are preoccupied or something else distract you, these changes might completely elude your observation, no matter how glaring. Okay, so just so he actually here's four words. It's I don't know how to pronounce it well. First is preoccupied. I think I did it well. Second is distracts you. I knew it was me. Just distract, just like to make someone stop giving their attention to something like don't okay okay. So I this okay. So I'm gonna make a sample of distracts right now.
You did well. Preoccupied sounded good. For distracts, your understanding is correct. It means something that takes your attention away. To
Okay, so
practice,
how I can distract my girlfriend while she was studying, so I was singing at the living room, so she was paying attention on me. So here's just my example, but I knew the grammar is a little bit wrong, so could you just polish it?
sure, here's a polished version. I distracted my girlfriend while she was studying by singing in the living room. She ended up paying attention to me instead. Great job on creating a sentence.
Okay, that's great. And the next one is ELUDE. How pronounce it?
Elude is pronounced as elude. It means to avoid or escape from something, often in a skillful or cunning way.
Elude. I do not know this is a good example to use elude in this scenario. You know, there's there's character said from the office. He says there's natural distance between employee and boss, right? So every time, when I'm off to my workspace and maybe go to the bedroom, maybe go to the restaurant. If I see my leader or my manager, they are doing the same as I was do, so I try to elude to see them. Did I correct or not?
That's a great example. Here's a polished version. As the character from The Office said, there's a natural distance between employee and boss. So whenever I'm off to the restroom or restaurant and see my manager, I try to elude them. Your use of elude here is correct, and it fits the scenario well.
Thank you so much. And elude your observation, no matter how glaring. It's glaring, right?
Glaring means something very obvious or noticeable. In this context, it emphasizes that even very clear changes can be missed. Your sentence means that changes can escape notice no matter how obvious they are.
Okay. Okay, so how should I, just I have been learning it for like so long, right? So I use a lot of notebooks. It was all completed. I don't know how to say it, just all used. Probably my 10 plus notebooks. I read all the vocabularies on my notebook. I want to tell my friends, I've been used like 10 notebook, 10 plus notebooks during my English learning English journey. How say that?
You can say, I filled more than 10 notebooks with vocabulary during my English learning journey. That clearly expresses your dedication and effort.
I filled I filled out
Yes, you can say, I've filled out more than 10 notebooks with vocabulary during my English learning journey.
more than 10. I filled out more than 10 notebooks, right? More than 10 notebooks.
Yes, that's correct. I filled out more than 10 notebooks is a perfect way to say it. Great job.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm sending to him. Let's see. Okay, give me a second. Okay.
Sure, take your time.
I have been okay. I have been okay. I have filled okay. I have filled
That,
out more than 10 notebooks. Uh, with
that looks
vocabulary, with vocabulary. We'll see. We will see. BURY during my English journey. During
great
my
job.
English
That's
learning journey. Learning.
perfect. My English learning journey sounds great. You've got it.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so let's read the second paragraph. Okay, significant changes in web page can remain unnoticed when they lack a strong cues due to the limitation with human attention. Oh yeah, so actually chain planning is kind of like, as humans, our mind, we do not have too much, I mean, there has a limitation of our attention, right?
Exactly. Change blindness highlights the limitations of human attention. Our minds can only focus on so much at once, which is why significant changes can go unnoticed if they're not highlighted by strong cues.
Okay, I got you. And here's my example, when I was
Sure,
okay, so when starting learning English by watching Friends in 2017, I noticed a continuity. I forgot how to say that. Ever community ever. It's how to say that.
you're close. It's pronounced continuity error. It
Continuity.
refers to
Okay, I noticed a continuity error. Ross's ex-wife Carol was played by a different actress in the first few episodes because I was focusing on repeating lines to improve my pronunciation. I caught that detail. This really showed me how much we can miss if we're not paying close attention. Community is community, right?
yes, continuity is correct.
Continuity.
You did a great job explaining the continuity error with Ross's ex wife in Friends. It's impressive you noticed that detail while focusing on improving your pronunciation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So we are gonna go to the, hold on, give me a second. We're going to the next, yeah, we're going to a next subject, I guess. Okay, we're gonna go to the next subject. It's much fun.
That's great. It's always exciting to dive into new topics. What's the next subject about?
Okay, so the next topic is hold on. The
I'm
dark
ready.
in the face technique. I don't know how to pronounce I don't know how to say. Okay, I'll show you. Did you see it?
That's the door in the face technique. It's pronounced as technique. It's a
Technique.
persuasion method. Want to discuss it?
Yes, yes, definitely. And I'll search it first. I mean, the door in the face technique is it's related about the psychology, social psychology. I don't know. I do not know it. Hello, ChatGPT.
Yes, it's related to social psychology. The door in the face technique is a persuasion method where you start with a large request that is likely to be refused, and then follow up with a smaller, more reasonable request. It's often used to increase the likelihood of compliance.
Okay, where you begin to with an outgrowth request, knowing it will be declined, and then follow up with a smaller, more reasonable request. Psychologically, people feel compelled to agree to the second request as a compromise. It's a compromise, right?
Exactly. By making
Compromise.
the initial request so large, the smaller request seems more reasonable by comparison, and people are more likely to agree. It's all about creating a sense of compromise.
Okay, so I just found out there also has a foot in the door technique. What's the meaning? Wait.
The foot in the door technique is a persuasion method. It involves starting with a small request that the person is likely to agree to, and once they comply, following up with a larger request. The idea is that agreeing to the smaller request first makes the person more likely to agree to the larger one.
Did you? Okay, I mean, this topic is really relies on. I mean, reflect just how it's rely on reflects on today's my awareness today's what happened with me.
It sounds like these persuasion techniques resonate with your experiences. It's interesting how these methods can reflect real life interactions and influence our decisions.
Okay, so I'm gonna read it. So here's article I found out. Okay, so the